The Grand Ashford Hotel had stood in the center of the city for more than a century. Its elegant halls, crystal chandeliers, and antique decorations attracted visitors from around the world. Most guests considered it beautiful. Others considered it haunted. Among employees, one particular story had survived for decades. A story about elevator number 3. According to hotel staff, the elevator behaved strangely every night at exactly 1:13 a.m. No matter where it was located, it would automatically begin moving upward. Floor 5, floor 8, floor 11, floor 12. Then it would stop. Not on floor 12. Not on any floor that officially existed. It stopped on floor 13. The problem was simple. The hotel only had 12 floors. Management dismissed the story as superstition. Guests occasionally reported seeing a button marked 13 appear briefly inside the elevator panel. When maintenance inspected the elevator, the button never existed. For years, nobody paid much attention. Then Daniel Brooks checked into the hotel. Daniel was a travel blogger who specialized in investigating strange places. When he heard rumors about the mysterious elevator, curiosity immediately took control. The receptionist laughed nervously when he asked about floor 13. "You've been reading ghost stories." But Daniel noticed her smile disappear almost immediately. That evening, he interviewed several employees. Most refused to discuss the elevator. One elderly janitor finally agreed. The old man lowered his voice. "If the doors open on floor 13. He paused. "Don't get out." Daniel laughed. The janitor did not. At 1:10 a.m., Daniel entered elevator number 3. The building was silent. The hallway empty. Everything appeared normal. 3 minutes later, the elevator suddenly shuttered. Without anyone touching the controls, it began moving upward. Floor 7, floor 9, floor 11, floor 12. Then something impossible happened. A new number illuminated above the door. Daniel stared in disbelief. The elevator stopped. The doors slowly opened. Beyond them stretched a dark hallway. A hallway that should not have existed. Daniel stepped into the corridor. The air felt cold. Unnaturally cold. The hallway seemed endless. Dim lights flickered overhead. The wallpaper looked old and damaged, as though decades had passed without maintenance. Yet the hotel below remained modern and luxurious. Nothing made sense. Daniel slowly walked forward. The elevator doors closed behind him. Their sound echoed through the darkness. For the first time, fear began replacing curiosity. Every room along the corridor had a door. Every door displayed a number. Room 1301, 1302, 1303, 130, for the numbers continued endlessly. Daniel tried opening one. Locked. The next. Locked. Every room appeared sealed. Then he heard footsteps. Somewhere ahead. Slow. Measured. Approaching. Daniel froze. The footsteps stopped. Silence returned. Then he noticed something strange. Every wall contained framed photographs. Old black and white pictures of hotel guests. Hundreds of them. Men. Women. Families. Business travelers. Children. At first, the images appeared ordinary. Then Daniel looked closer. Every person in every photograph stared directly at the camera. Their expressions frozen. Their eyes wide. Almost terrified. Suddenly, Daniel discovered something horrifying. The same people appeared repeatedly. In photographs supposedly taken decades apart. They never aged. They never changed. The same faces appeared again and again, as though they had become trapped there. Then Daniel noticed an empty frame hanging near the end of the corridor. Beneath it rested a brass plaque. No photograph yet. Only a name. Daniel Brooks. His blood turned cold. The frame had been waiting for him. At that exact moment, a door creaked open somewhere in the darkness. For the first time, someone else was on floor 13. The door slowly opened. A pale figure stepped into the hallway. Then another. And another. Soon dozens of people emerged from the rooms. Men wearing outdated suits. Women dressed in fashions from decades ago. Guests from different eras. Different generations. Yet all shared the same expression. Empty eyes. Silent faces. Daniel backed away. Nobody spoke. Nobody blinked. They simply stared. Watching him. Waiting. The crowd slowly moved closer. Not running. Not attacking. Just walking. Step by step. Daniel turned and ran. The corridor seemed longer than before. The elevator had vanished. Only endless hallway remained. The silent guests continued following. Then an elderly woman suddenly appeared beside him. Unlike the others, she could still speak. You have to leave before 1:14. Daniel stared at her. What is this place? The woman looked around sadly. 413 takes people. She explained that decades earlier strange guests had begun disappearing from the hotel. Most vanished without explanation. The truth was much worse. Every victim entered elevator number 3 at 1:13 a.m. Every victim stepped onto floor 13, and none returned. Their bodies disappeared from reality, but their reflections remained trapped forever inside the impossible floor, forced to wander its halls for eternity. The woman herself had arrived in 1974. For over 50 years she had searched for a way out. Then a loud bell echoed through the corridor. 1:14 a.m. The woman looked terrified. You have seconds left. Suddenly, the elevator appeared at the far end of the hallway. Its doors stood open. Daniel sprinted toward it. The silent guests followed. Faster now. Closer. Closer. Daniel dove inside. The doors slammed shut. The elevator dropped violently. 412, 1112, 1314 lobby. The doors opened. Daniel stumbled into the hotel reception area. Everything looked normal. Guests chatted. Employees worked. Nothing seemed unusual. Breathing heavily, Daniel turned around. The elevator panel displayed only 12 floors. No floor 13. No evidence it had ever existed. The next morning, he checked out immediately. Years later, the Grand Ashford Hotel still operates. Most guests enjoy a pleasant stay. Most never experience anything unusual. But according to hotel legends, every night at exactly 1:13 a.m., elevator number 3 still stops on floor 13. And if the doors open for you, don't step out.